Welcome back, everyone. Marvin Jackson here with two of the best, Byron Dixon and Lou Holder. Who do you like in this Dallas game? And should Washington rest its starters?
Well, I don't think they should rest their starters. As I mentioned before, this team is not good enough to be resting anybody.
Okay.
Again, when you see that, you hear that clip from Pierre Thomas, you just have to say Scott McLuhan again. He's bringing in the guys. These guys are hungry. You don't have to. I mean, it just over and over again. He's turning over this roster, and you got some guys. These young guys are hungry, and I wouldn't hold back and let them. Okay, rest for what? These young boys want to go. They want to go. And I think they're energizing the older ones. In the locker room when we were there, you see, you see people, like D'Angelo Hall, feeding off of these, off of the young guys. So I think that
Hall made some comments about that today.
It would be very foolish for them to pull back the throttle on anything. They need to be going into that playoffs on all cylinders, winning 4 straight and 9 and 7. I mean, there's a lot.
So they will beat Dallas.
Give a big game ball to Pierre Thomas. Matt Jones didn't play. Pierre Thomas, championship pedigree. He was part of that New Orleans Saints team when they won the Super Bowl, showing his ability to run and catch the football. I think this Dallas game is the last checklist of the season. You won a division. You lost to Dallas at home. Now you got to beat Dallas. That will help put a cap on a pretty good regular season, get that home playoff game, playing, we'll talk about the scenarios who they could possibly play, but have that momentum, hopefully be healthy, and see what happens.
So Scott bringing in these veterans who have championship and playoff pedigree, that makes a big difference to this team.
Definitely makes a big difference.
And I think that the fact that he's doing that and he has these young guys, watching them, watching how they work and practice and being led by those guys.
I mean, you look at it, Ricky Jean-Francois, Hatcher.
Still got
Trent Williams on the offensive line.
Moses and Sheriff, the young guys.
Golson in the secondary.
It's all systemic. They're all feeding off of one another, and you're right. That will be the last thing on the checklist. But even if they go down there and lose, I think if they play, I just think that if they play, because to be quite honest, I don't think anybody really cares if they. I mean, at least the diehard fans would rather say, well, so you beat us twice, but we're playing one more weekend, and you're not. So, but if you go down there and you take this mentality of resting players, I think that's a recipe for a disaster for a young team that hasn't done anything. They haven't done anything. All they've done is won a very horrible NFC East. They need to have momentum going into the playoffs where Jay Gruden can use that, you're on a momentum instead of resting people. I don't think that's a good move at all.
It's a game they should win. They're playing a 4th-string quarterback. Des Bryant probably won't play because his foot and ankle are messed up. You got a shot to go in there and possibly, make a statement and possibly even blow this team out if you really want to. So I think they definitely, like we said, put a check on that checklist, go in there and beat them in the billion-dollar playpen.
And then we've got the playoffs coming up, and the situation looks like if Green Bay loses, that's who will play in the playoffs, right?
That's who you will want. Looking at how they got shellacked by Arizona, offensive line issues, receivers can't get open. Redskins have a pretty good defense. They would kind of salivate at the opportunity to get after one of the best quarterbacks in the league and play a little keep away as well, run the football, take some shots against a very vulnerable defense, I think.
Now, if Minnesota
I'm tired
loses,
of seeing Seattle in the
I know
playoffs.
you are.
I think everybody's tired of seeing Seattle in the playoffs. It seems like every time the Redskins make the playoffs, they're playing Seattle. I would love to see somebody different. And Green Bay's for the taking right now. They're not playing good football, and I don't think anybody wants any part of Seattle. No part. They are playing some good football right now.
Now, if Seattle wins and if the Green Bay wins, then that's who Washington will play. Is Seattle, it appears. If Seattle wins.
If Seattle goes to Arizona, Arizona's playing the best football in the league right now. So you got to think Seattle might lose.
Seattle may lose that game.
And you got to think Green Bay against Minnesota. Even if they win, that's a divisional foe. That's going to be a hard-fought game. Minnesota's playing really hot right now. So you're going to get a team that's probably coming here after a tough week of football, coming to D.C., a tough place to play. Anything can happen, like I said, in the playoffs.
All right. And we're talking about the rest of the league. The team that Washington just defeated, the Eagles, fired their coach. And just a few, what your thoughts are on that.
I'd never thought that the Washington Redskins would be the team that would be in the least amount of disarray in this division. I mean, Coughlin, I don't know what he's doing in New York, you know.
And yeah,
Dallas is...
He may be gone at the end of the season.
Dallas and Jerry Jones and that whole you know, thing.
There's questions about Jason Garrett, too.
Absolutely. So, but I still don't understand. I was talking to you guys, you know, in the breaks. I don't understand how Jeff Lurie could give one man. The reason why the Eagles were that dangerous because they had those players that we were talking about that you feared, right?
They had the people.
He personally neutered that team. Chip Kelly neutered that team when he got rid of Macklin and Deshaun Jackson and McCoy and Trent Cole and the list goes on and on. And now they don't even have a coach now, and it's just like you look at it, it's like how could an owner let
the player
a coach do? I mean, I don't know. It just shows again that this whole when you give a coach the personnel roster to, it's a bad move.
Yeah,
goes to show the college mentality doesn't always translate to the NFL. You think about some of the players he let go. Who did he replace them with? You had Nick Foles. You replaced him with Sam Bradford. Doesn't really work. Jeremy Macklin, Deshaun Jackson, one of the best two combinations in the league. You get who? I mean, you have Jordan Matthews, maybe that's it. And defensively, they've been historically bad and been the worst defense in the league the past few weeks. So you bring in all these high-priced free agents and it doesn't work. It just goes to show that, like you said, power doesn't always equate to winning.
And it looks great for Washington fans over the next few years.
Yes.
When you look at the Eagles organization, the Giants may even get rid of their GM.
Besides Odell Beckham and Eli Manning, they don't have any talent either.
Right. So it looks great for Washington fans in the NFC East over the next few years.
Looks really good, especially like I said, the GM position, Scott McClure. Drafting well, developing young players, and having that right mix of veterans with it as well.
Just leave Scott McClure alone.
Yes, let him do whatever he wants.
Notice Dan Snyder's been really quiet this year.
Leave him alone because if you build a couple more drafts like the one he had, you're going to have guys that can play well into late into the seasons, and that's what you need. Just leave the man alone. Leave the man alone and let him do the stuff as a GM's supposed to do.
All right, well, let's rank our top 5 teams right now in the NFL. Carolina Panthers are my top team still after that loss. Arizona's really close right behind them, though. And New England, Seattle, Denver, Pittsburgh, and KC are looking in. What do you guys think? I mean, that's what I came up with real
After
quick.
3, it's really a
goal
for all because you got so many teams. I think Arizona should be number 1 right now just because they're just loaded offensively and defensively, no holes.
So if they play Carolina right now,
I'm going for Arizona, I think. Arizona will beat them. But team to look out for, the New York Jets, beating the Patriots. That momentum, that defense, and Todd Bowles doing a heck of a job. And Fitzpatrick, we talked about Kirk Cousins. They could be a team to watch out for.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think all those. I mean, like you said, after the 3.
After the 3.
I mean, it really is a toss-up. But I don't. I think that quarterback position is key, and I don't think anybody's playing that position better than Cam Newton is right now. So, to have home field advantage, to go through Carolina to get to the Super Bowl, I think that's the hardest road. You can beat New England. Or they might beat themselves with a coin flip.
Right.
But I think, and I'm happy for Cam. I really am happy for Cam because he's gone through a lot, and as far as a team,
another situation, development of a quarterback. Over the years.
And their coach Ron Rivera, he's a former player, so he gets it.
Exactly.
He gets it. So Carolina is my the most dangerous team. That's going to be a hard road for the NFC to get to the Super Bowl if you have to go through them.
And another thing that I noticed, Rivera was 14-1 as a player, and he's 14-1 as a head coach. That's pretty good. Not too many people can do that.
And just think, before last year, his job was in question. A couple 9-7 finishes, under 500. Winning will do that for you and just turn it around.
All right. Well, glad to have you guys here. You guys did a great job. And I like that. I like that. I really.
That saying has caught on more than I thought it would.
3 words changed the season. Right?
Absolutely.
Great work, guys.
Hey, we got bonus football, Marvin.
Yeah, we do. It's going to be fun.
And wild card week can always bring some fun, so you get some in the nation's capital.
We were looking for fun in December. Now we're going to have fun in January.
Exactly.
All right. Well, Have a safe and happy new year to all of you from all of us at the Sideline Report. I'm Marvin Jackson. See you in the new year on the Sideline. Thank you, guys. It was fun. Yeah.